Power outage across the accommodation block.
Could it have been seismic?
Well, we keep punching holes in the earth. Eventually, it's going to punch back.
Hold on! It's kicking back down here!
It'll come back.
Push it, Alwyn. Shut it down.
Emily, you represent a woman who is in an incredibly traditionally male world, and she handles overt and covert sexism easily. Now, what gives her that grit in your mind?
Oh, I mean, I love that you noticed that because that is what I fell in love with this part, and why I wanted to play it was because this was a woman who her kind of she doesn't care about being liked. She's not there to make friends. And I feel like while I'm pretty much similar to Rose in the myopic kind of career point of view that I have about my life, but I am also apologetic about it. And especially in the face of guys, guys who are treating you less than. And I just love how she handles everything. And so I wanted to play this part so that it would rub off on me. I do like to play roles that I see this character as having qualities that I don't yet possess and would like to steal a bit from them. So I think Rose is an amazingly written part.
Yes, and also she's under tremendous stress for the duration and I was yelling at the screen, no, when some of these problems came up. It was so exciting. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering how it is as an actor to be on constant high alert in your character.
Since the fog came in, some of our crew have had a psychological difficulty.
What's happening?
That's what you get for diving into the abyss.
I mean, it's great because it's drama, things are happening. And that's what it felt like reading the script. Like you were constantly surprised by these things that were happening and had to deal with them. And so it also felt so great being in that ensemble that it was a real ensemble. Like everybody, you didn't feel like you had to take it all on your own in carrying the piece. And it just made it easier because it felt very real too. Like we were in that situation.
It isn't something new. It's something old. And it's waking up. We're listening now.
They built a rig in a studio out of like rig parts. And so we were in a space that felt like we were really there dealing with situations that like, what I love about this show is the science is real that it's based on. So any supernatural stuff that happens is plausible. And you're like, what if this was happening? It really just sends your heart rate up.
It's a tremendous sense of dread and yet fascination. You want to see what's happening. And I must say, you couldn't have moved further away from the sort of comic world of Schitt's Creek. I think it's tremendous. It shows your versatility. And here you are with, I follow a lot of British TV with Martin Constant and Ian McLean, and I'm going, what worlds collide? What an experience that must have been.
It was amazing. Also, what I noticed was I was the only Canadian American non-UK or Scottish actor, and yet I felt so at home with these guys. And I realized there is a real similar sensibility to Canadian actors and UK and Scottish actors where there's a sense of it's a blue collar job. We're working and we're just doing this job. There's nobody that's the big star here. Nobody's like, there were no egos. And it was really just this super supportive environment that we could all also make fun of ourselves in, which is something I notice is very Canadian. Like, well, they say here, like, take the piss out of the person, but like, it felt familiar and comfortable and like home.
Yeah, wow. I've got to say, I just really am enjoying the series.
Oh,
And
great.
congratulations, Emily, and best of luck to you. We'll speak soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Before we get to today's work plan, I know some of you have been waiting for your ride home.
But you're gonna have to wait a while longer.
How long, Magnus?
Until there's a ride available, we all have work to do.
Power outage across the accommodation block.
Could it have been seismic?
Well, we keep punching holes in the earth. Eventually, it's going to punch back.
Hold on! There's kicking back down here!
It'll come back.
Push it, Alwyn. Shut it down.
Oh my God.
Kinloch Bravo to Coast Guard. I repeat, Kinloch Bravo to Coast Guard.
There's no radios, there's no phones, there's fog, these shakes. What is going on out here?
This'll split the crew.
They're already split.
This ain't normal. We all know it, but we don't want to see it.
Since the fog came in, some of our crew have had a psychological difficulty.
What's happening?
That's what you get for diving into the abyss.
Nature isn't a balance, it's a war.
I'm telling you, he's trying to warn us.
We're all finished. Wake up!
He's got to be dealt with.
My job is to get you all home.
You don't negotiate with nature.
You're all being reckless!
It isn't something new. It's something old. And it's waking up. We're listening now.